as your host and moderator for today. Think of me as your party planner, party host that's going to kind of take you through the day. We have just such a wonderful session set up for you, whether you are catching the session live or catching us on the replay on YouTube. You're going to get some really valuable information. This is going to be so valuable. The title of this workshop is Unstoppable Mindset, Keys to Leading and Scaling Your Business with Confidence. It's such a vast topic. It's actually a two-part series. So part 1 today, part 2 next week, and of course, the replay will be up by Wednesday the following week if you want to get caught up on that. So you will see another face here in the screen. That is Ingrid Rivera, who is our speaker today. So her career is really quite multifaceted, but I'm going to share a little bit of it. I've got to brag on her a little bit before we get going, just so you know the perspective she is coming with. She is Venezuelan. She's a member of the Hispanic Chamber. She's a business leader, journalist, neuromarketing specialist. She's an international speaker. I mean, I could go on and on. About 15 years of experience in the business world. Now, there's that component. She is also a life coach, a sexologist, a therapist. This woman kind of does it all. So she says that what this has allowed her to do is to create and develop her own consulting and management methods for business models, primarily in the areas of sales, marketing, community management, and personal brand creation. Not just over time, but really here in the digital age, achieving success and transition in her companies and moving into this digital age and maintaining that consistency and success. So I did want to share something that she had written up as sort of in preparation for this presentation. She was saying that for an entrepreneurial woman, developing an unstoppable mindset means cultivating confidence, resilience, and clarity in her vision. She says she looks forward to learning how to create that unstoppable mindset in all of you. So, like I said, we have a lot that we can learn from her. This is part 1 in a 2-part series. The way that this works is that Ingrid will present. I know that you're going to be home like me taking notes. I will mute myself, but what I do is I stay here in the chat. That's how you can connect with me. So if you have a question for Ingrid or you want to comment on something that Ingrid says, post it in the chat, and then on the back end of her presentation toward the very end of our hour, then I'll be able to ask her some of those questions. So do not hold back when it comes to those questions. And I will turn things over to Ingrid. Good to see you.
Hi, Jenny. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here again. And the most important, just keep the tools that is working for me. When I was trying to organize everything in an easy way, in an understandable way, I said, okay, I know that most of the time when we are going to a conference or we are going to a webinar, we have the presentation and we sometimes just took the photo. Oh yes, I'm gonna take the photo and after I'm gonna learn. No, so that's the reason today I said, okay, let's do this practical. I want that you write, I want that you take an actions, and more than that, I want that you make an evaluation by yourself. What I am right now, and what is my next step? To build a good mindset, you have to pass through the darkness. And where is pass through the darkness in the business? That, oh, I feel failure, or I'm not gonna do it, or oh, this is difficult to me. Not everything is easy at all. Not everything is difficult at all. It's about your mindset. If you believe that you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you believe that you are not gonna do it, you're not going to do it. Because the most important question here is who I am and what I want to become to be. This is the most important. So we're going to have 4 kind of mindset tools, but the most important is I want to ask you a question. And I know that Jenny said that at the end, we're going to have, if you have any kind of question, I'm going to answer the best way that I can. But now, who are you? In this right moment, if you are free to write here, who are you? Who I am right now. What are the specific words? I'm a powerful, I'm fearless, and I'm a youth entrepreneur. Who are you? And why I'm asking this question? Because sometimes we define ourselves what the people say. And if you believe of all the people think about you or say about you, you're never going to be successful. The most important key is that you need to think about that you are powerful here and here. I have so many challenges in my life. I build my marketing life, as a journalist life, as a therapist life, but most of my challenge or my big challenge was like 1 year ago to create a chamber. I never expect to myself that I'm gonna create a chamber for women, and I think, no, I'm not gonna do it. But what I want to create a chamber, the first Hispanic chamber for women, Mujeres con Alas, is the first Hispanic chamber for women and completely in Spanish. Because I know what you feel. I'm an immigrant, like most of my members. I'm an immigrant. I have dreams. I have fears, but I don't define by my fears. So I believe that I can do it, but I cannot do it by myself. This journey is not alone. This journey is with people that you can learn, people that you admire, people that have goals to build your own goals. So the first step for create this unstoppable mindset, and it's not about that, oh, I'm wearing Gucci, I have a Louis Vuitton. No, it's not about that. It's about who you really are inside. Is I can have a Louis Vuitton and a Gucci, but I feel horrible. I feel that I don't have any kind of money on my bank. But it's not about the money. Money is not the problem. Most of the people think that I need a lot of money to create my business. And when I have the money, when I have the strategy, when I have the place, I'm going to build my business. No, it doesn't work like that. It's not about the money. You can start a business with zero in your account. I did. I don't have any in my account. But you know what I have? And what I had 1 year ago? Fear. But fear with power. You know what I had? I had hunger. Hunger of success. Hunger of do it. Do it with right people. Do it with faith. But doing to help all the women. It's not about the money. It's about that I had the hungerness of do it with knowledge, with faith, and surrounded around good people. So, first question, who I am in this right moment. And if you want to write like I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do to my life, it's okay. Doesn't matter. So who are you? I don't know if we have any kind of answers here, Jenny. So in our life, we're gonna have obstacles. Of course, not everything is good, not everything is bad, everything is temporary. We just need to live in presence. If you have a bad day, tomorrow it doesn't gonna have a bad day. But if you have a bad day, you need to know, you need to learn what you're gonna do to do it better. So the first tool to create an unstoppable mindset, the real keys to create your business is the power of your business identity. The power of your business identity. So think about it. Who I am. Example, I'm selling products. I'm selling products online. I'm just wake up every day and I'm selling products in TikTok Live, or I'm just selling product online, or I just open my little store. So this is what I do, selling product online. But imagine this. There is a difference between a woman or man that says, I'm just selling products online. I don't know. There is a difference in a woman that says, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm building my empire. I'm just starting selling products online, but I'm building my empire. Why? Because I want to sell not all around United States. I want to sell in everywhere. I want to build my empire with knowledge, with empowerment, with good mindset. And every day I trust myself. And it's very important that you trust yourself. But if you trust yourself and you don't have a good mindset, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have a strategy, you're not gonna do anything. And this is the real truth. A dream, and I need you that you understand this. A dream with an action is just a dream. A dream that doesn't have action is just a dream. A dream with a strategy is the whole world. Because I have so many dreams, but if I don't have actions, if I don't have habits, if I don't have strategies, I'm not gonna do anything. And this is how you create the power of your business mindset. So it's not the same that you are selling. I'm an entrepreneur, that I'm selling skincare products, and I'm selling online. That's who I am. An entrepreneur that is just selling online. But when you say yourself, I'm an entrepreneur that is building my own empire, that kind of mindset feels you more empowered. Why? Because I need that you understand this. We have fears, yes. We have dreams, yes. But there are two kinds of persons. The persons that transform the fears in goals, and the person that transform the fears in angerness or in I cannot do it. The person that transform their dreams in success. The person that transforms their dream in frustration. It's only depend of one thing. Your mindset, that you believe in you, and your faith. But your dream with no actions, nothing. Your dream with actions, a strategy, and faith, you have all the entire world. But you have to believe in yourself. I don't know if we have any kind of question, Jenny, there in the chat. No? Okay, so what you're gonna do right now is just take your paper, take your pen, and write who I am. After you write who I am, you're gonna write what is my fear. My fear is make a video to promote my products. My fear is talk in front of everybody. Okay. My fear is I don't know where to start. I don't know anything about digital marketing. I'm afraid to do networking because I'm only a mother. I'm just only take care of my children. I'm not available for anything. No, that conversation has to stop it. If you repeat that conversation every day, you're going to believe it. But if you repeat this kind of conversation that every day I'm going to do my best, you're going to believe it. And it's about the mantras. You can stop in front of your mirror and you can say, oh no, this is horrible. I'm fatty. I feel horrible. You can say that. Most of the time, women, we are like that. Like, I'm ugly. I'm fatty. But there are two kinds of women. Okay, this is not the way that I want to be. I need to go to the gym. What I'm gonna do? What is the next step? What is the next action? So every time that you're gonna do a video, that you're gonna sell your products, that you are gonna go to networking, just repeat yourself. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I can do it. And I'm building my best version of me. This is like a mantra. And the way you believe it, that conversation that is in your mind is going to happen. And everything is going to be more easy. So you're going to write who I am and what is my fear. After that you write your fear, what you're going to do to stop that fear. And there is kind of fear. There is a fear that I can't believe I can do it. It's about not confidence. And there is another kind of fear, like if I'm in front of a lion, I have to run away because the lion is going to attack me. This is a reptile from here. Okay. But all the conversation, and this is another key, all the conversation that you have here never is going to happen. Never. All the time assume all that kind of conversation that, oh, this is horrible, I'm not going to sell anything. Doesn't going to happen. And the power that you give to that inner conversation is going to transform to your reality. In the meanwhile, there is a woman that is talking by herself, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to talk in front of the people. I'm going to go to that networking. I can do it. And she's going to do it. No matter what, she's going to do it. But the other women that have the other kind of conversation that nobody's going to believe in me. Okay, this is not for me. All the around of space is going to be stopped. Okay, so the first thing is we need to change our conversation, transform the bad conversation to the good conversation. And second, create your own word, create your own conversation. But it's about the habits. If you know that it's too difficult for you, wake up every day 5 a.m. of the morning, you have to do it. Because when a person wants to be successful, we need to do different kind of things. And the most important is the new habits and the commitment. And when we create habits, when we create discipline, you understand the discipline is going to be more easy for us. The discipline is difficult because we don't know how to do it. And most of the people that, no, I'm going to leave it away. No, this is not for me. No, this is for you. But you are not convinced yourself that you can do it. So wake up every day, 5 a.m. of the morning. Yes, this is the powerful hour. Like the book, El Club de las 5 de la Mañana, a 5 a.m. Club. I don't know if you read that book. That book is amazing. When you wake up, that is the hour of power, 5 a.m. of the morning. When you wake up 5 a.m. of the morning and you start to do in 30 minutes, 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of exercise, and 10 minutes of mindset and organize what you're going to do in this day. When you have that kind of discipline, when you create that habits, you're going to transform in an amazing person. Okay? Because to do the things in a different way, you have to do it in a different way. But if you all the time doing the same things and, oh no, it doesn't work, you are doing all the time the same things. Of course, it doesn't going to work because you have to do it different. So the first key to build your business identity is how you're gonna create your mindset. What is the kind of conversation, my inner conversation? If I have 10 words, 10 negative words, I have to transform in 10 positive words. And it's about the energy that you are moving. And yes, energy, but while we are talking about energy, this is business mindset. Yes, because everything around you is with the energy that you put surround of the other. If you think that you are a bad person, you're going to be a bad person. If you think that you are a good person, you're going to transform in a good person. So the second thing, how you're going to create your business identity. You have to be next to the 5 people that you admire. Imagine this and asking this. Who are the 5 people that I'm surrounded? Who are my 5 closest friends? What they are doing? They have business, they are financial good, they have good habits, they go to the gym, they have good relations with your family. Who are they? You have to think about it, because if you want to transform in an unstoppable women or men, unstoppable woman or men, you need to change the people that you used to. Why? Because if you, most of your friends are, and I'm not think, there are people that are good for entrepreneurial business. There are people that are do workers, you know, they are the best in their jobs. It's okay. There are good managers. They grow in their company. That's good. And there are another kind of people that they want to be their own boss. That is, I want to be my own boss because I'm gonna have more time. No, it's not like that. So if you ask to a person that have a salary, that person is 10 years in a company, and that person have a salary every week, and you're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna build my empire. I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna follow my dream. I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna create my entrepreneur business. That person is gonna tell you, are you mad? Don't do it. You have this security. Be calm. And that person is right, because that person is talking about their life. That person is talking about what the person is doing. But the most important, that this person that is telling you, don't do it. Don't create your business. You need to be calm down. You need to have your salary every week. This is their fears, okay, or his fear or her fear. This is from belong to that person, doesn't belong to you. If you believe in the fear of all the persons, you're never gonna be successful. This is their story, this is their judgment, this is their fears, doesn't belongs to you. But if you ask the same question to a person that quit from his job and create the business, and it was hard, 3 years working so hard, but after 15 years is a successful person, that person is going to tell you, of course you have to do it. I can give you some advice. You listen that person, because that person knows how to do it. You don't have to believe in the person that doesn't know how to do it. It's very important. And I know that maybe I'm gonna sound too tough to talk like that, but in my experience, in my journey, there are so many people that doesn't gonna believe in you, that don't gonna believe in you, and it's okay. There are so many people that are going to tell you, you're not gonna do it. This is difficult. This is impossible. You are not that kind of person. They are right in their mind. You don't have to believe it in that. It's gonna be hard, yes, but it doesn't gonna be impossible. Impossible is just a word. That's all. Impossible is just a word. And it's very hard to build your business. It's so hard, but it's not impossible. And why you need to create your unstoppable mindset? Because there is gonna be days that maybe everything is going bad and bad, but you need to sit and analyze that. Okay, what are the things that I'm doing that is doesn't works, and write it every time. Write it. What is the strategy? What are the results of my strategies? Most of the time when I'm talking with entrepreneur women or men, all the new entrepreneurs have three kind of how can I say it, three kind of bad strategies. First, they have an idea. Good. but they have an idea with no strategy. Bad. Second, they have the faith. Okay, they have the faith, but they don't have a finances mindset. And this is very important in my experience, because even I have a business that were bad. Really, I had business that I was a failure in that moment. Yes, but it was in that moment, not now. Okay, nothing is permanent. Repeat all the time, nothing is permanent. So I have an idea of business, but I don't have a strategy. I have an idea of business, but I don't have any finances plan. I don't know what is my budget. I don't know how I'm gonna invest. And the third thing is that they don't invest in education. If you don't invest in your education, you're never gonna grow up. Okay? This is the truth. And now in this era with the AI, oh my goodness, everything is going too fast, too fast, too fast. And if your business is not online, you're not gonna be successful. No. And if you don't do networking, you don't gonna be successful. That's the truth. And another thing, because I don't know who are Hispanic here, maybe of course they need to learn English, but all another thing of the women, most of the time women, because I have a chamber for women, most of the time all the women that are immigrant as me, they are afraid to learn English. My amazing women and men, you are in America. You came here to build your dream. Yes, you came here to build your dream, but you need to learn English so you can sell your products not only around the United States, around the world. And it's possible. And you know what is possible? Because I'm doing. I'm selling my own products in everywhere. Everywhere. I never imagined, and I want that you understand, because I'm not a millionaire. Someday I'm gonna be a millionaire. Of course, the first millionaire of my family. I don't have a lot of money. I'm gonna have a lot of money, but I have dreams. I'm hunger of success. I'm hunger to do it good. And I'm all the time, learning, 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 learning. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna learn. I don't know how to organize my finances. I'm gonna have a mentor. To create the power of your business identity, you need a mentor. Okay? You need a good therapist. Yes, because sometimes you're going crazy creating the business. I don't feel good. Most of the time of the women, because of hormones. I don't feel pretty today. Come on, get up. Yes, you're pretty. Use makeup. Come on. And the third thing, you need to keep the faith, whatever is your faith. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep going, keep going, keep going. But you need to change your mindset. Even most of the problems in my experience, every time that I'm doing mentoring for the Hispanic people, is they want everything free. And this is the truth. If you want everything free, and if you don't want to invest in a mentor, you don't want to invest in a real estate, the energy that you are moving for the money is not good, because you want everything free. Oh, but you charge for your things. No, I'm not gonna give you free. No, I pass time cooking, I pass time learning or building the things. So we need to be conscious about how the money works and what is the energy of the money. And never think that advertisement is waste of money. Never. Advertising, marketing is investment. Like 2 years ago, I was listening one of my mentors, and I was passing a bad time. Like, why? I know a lot of things. What people are not buying my things? Blah 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 blah. Because we have. I say in Spanish, la loca de la casa is the crazy woman on the house, and we repeat and repeat and repeat. And one day I was talking by myself, that kind of inner conversation. No, I feel horrible. What I'm gonna do? I learned this. I have so many. I have knowledge of so many things. What I'm not selling. What happened to me? I feel depressed because not all the time I'm. Yes, you can do it. No, there are times that I feel no. But one day I was listening, and that person says, and that thing changed my mind in a second. How can you pretend that you are selling your things or you promoting your things if you are not showing yourself? And I was like, I'm showing myself, I'm doing this. No, 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 no. And after he said, let me say in English, he said something like that. The person that have more knowledge is not the person that sell more. The person that knows how to sell themselves make money. And I was like, what? I don't know if you understand. Like you can have a lot of knowledge. Okay, you have a lot of degrees, a lot of diplomas, but you show yourself? You sell yourself? You sell yourself in social media? You sell yourself in social networks? No. So there is too many people outside. Too many that doesn't have anything. Anything. But they are good speakers. Very good speakers. And they don't have the knowledge that you have. So what you're gonna do? What you're gonna do with your knowledge? You're gonna be go yourself and show to the world that you have a power, that you know how to cook the best cakes, that you know how to create the best personalized t-shirts, that you know how to create a business in a very finances mindset. Show you. You need to show yourself. If you don't show yourself, you're never gonna be successful. This is the truth. This is the truth. I have so many business. First, I'm a journalist. I work in TV, I work in radio, blah, 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 good. I know how to sell, I know how to create. But when I came to the United States, I know how it was in Venezuela. I know the community, I know the market. Okay, I came here to the United States 5 years ago. Nothing. I left everything, and okay, I have a dream, like Martin Luther King. That's the reason I love him. I have a dream. What I'm gonna do with that dream? What tools I have? And you know what I said? I remember that in my country, sometimes, most of the times in Venezuela, we have 5 hours, 6 hours without electricity. Really. And that's horrible. And of course, 5 hours, 6 hours without electricity, how we're gonna work? I have my own marketing agency, and I have to buy different kind of tools and different kind of services because I need to manage the social networks of the brands that were in United States, in Spain, in Mexico. So I did it. In a very horrible conditions in my country, I did it. So when I arrived here, I said, okay, I don't have any problem of electricity. I have internet. Okay, this is America. I'm gonna do it. I'm hunger of doing something. And I remember that I said, okay, I just need internet. I bring my laptop. I have my knowledge. I speak English like Sofia Vergara, not good, but I speak English. Somebody's gonna understand me, and that's the reason I'm here. So I start to do it with actions, with a strategy, and I start to do a lot of networking. Nobody knows about me. I didn't know anybody, but I want to show to the world what were my ideas. I can do this for the women. I can do this for the business. You can grow your business here in marketing. You can have this strategy. I want to show. And I didn't have car, and I didn't have, my business card, nothing. I invest, okay, I have to do my business card. I take an Uber. Sometimes with nothing in my wallet, only $10, I went to the banks and I said, okay, God, I'm going there. How I'm gonna come back to my home? I don't know. Somebody's gonna help me, God. You know, God. And believe me, I went to the banks, do my networking. I asked, "Oh, you live here? I'm living near from here. Do you need a ride? Oh yes, please help me." And that's the reason I meet so many amazing people, because I believe, and because I have a strategy, and because I have an action. I start to, who is this person? Okay, I'm gonna find a mentor. I'm gonna do this, this, this. I need to learn. So you can always start from zero. Yes, and all the immigrants, we start from zero. And even if you are doing a good business, something happens and it's nothing worse, I don't know, because it happens to me. And you can start from zero, because there is a difference with a person with money, only money, and with a person with knowledge. With the knowledge, you can have the money and create and build your empire. But with money and no knowledge, nothing. Okay? So no matter if you have a bad day, nothing is permanent. If somebody told you you're not gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But with a strategy and action, with hunger or success, surrendered around good people, good mentor, good finances coach, good therapist, and grow your networking network. You grow your network in a very good way, but always learning something new. Because it's not the same that you said, okay, I'm selling my products online. And you wake up, okay, I'm selling my products online. If you wake up, I'm building my empire, I'm gonna do it. Sometimes you don't feel good. I'm gonna do it. You stop, go in front of the mirror. I'm building my best version. I'm building my best version, and I'm around of two amazing people. And if you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream, scream. But never stop it, because nothing is permanent. Okay? So I hope that you wrote in your paper who I am, and what is my best version, and what I need to create my best version. Because when we write, we remove all the air from here and put it in the paper. Most of the problem of the women is, and I'm talking about women because we are like that. We need to learn from men of that kind of things that we imagine. Mind is air. The mind is air. If you have here, everything is in the air. And I have a dream. I want this, and this is the energy, the feminine energy. Okay, the feminine energy. I want this. But what you're gonna do with this? So you need the masculine energy. Boom, action. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay, what I need to do the step 1, what I need to do the step 2. If you don't put actions, it's different. Why? Because maybe you have an amazing idea and you said to a person, oh, I have this idea. I was thinking to do this. And suddenly that person took your idea and made it. And you said, oh, that was my idea. Why? This is not good, and the drama. An idea and a dream without actions is just a dream. Just do it with a strategy. And sometimes you think that you're gonna see that, okay, this doesn't work. That's the reason you need the KPA, you need the ROI, you need to understand marketing because you need to analyze the market. It's very important because you can have an idea and I like this, but you don't know if your audience like the things that you like it. That's the reason you need a strategy. Okay, so today the first homework is who I am, which is the person that I want to becoming or my best version, and with the things that I'm afraid for, what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's the way how we create we train our mind. So the second point is the neuroscience. I love neuroscience. That's the reason I study NPL, neuro-linguistic program. I study biodescodification. I study neuroscience because the way you repeat that conversation, that ED conversation, is the way that you're gonna be success. Because of course we are afraid of failure. Nobody wants to failure. Nobody. But we're gonna failure because that's life. But we need that failure doesn't define our life. And I'm telling the truth because like 3 years ago, I had a very bad event. I lost a lot of money. I said, oh my God, that's horrible. I lost money. There are so many bad things that happen around. Okay. My mother's died, blah, blah, blah. But I have to do that event. I invest too much money. There is suddenly another things of our organization didn't do good. But okay, that event was a failure. Doesn't cover my expectative, neither the expectative of the people. And I remember that when I finished the event, I said, I'm so sorry. This is the things that I will never like it. There are some kind of production things that wasn't on my hand and I couldn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I apologize of the people that invest. And I said, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to do it again. And I did it again. And I said, okay, maybe the people, because the last event was not good, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, let's see. The same people that were in my event, they went to the next one. And you know why? Because they understood that there are kind of things that doesn't depend of me. I create a brand identity because they believe in the project, they believe in the brand. And I was so sad. I cry. I lost money. I feel so horrible. I feel like I'm a failure woman. But after, of course, that I cry, I scream. Okay, what I have to do? What I have to do? I have to go here. This was not good. So the way you create your own conversation about the failure, about your fear, is gonna transform from the neuroscience your mindset. And that's the example that I gave in the beginning. It's not the same that you are afraid of do something new and you don't know how to do, that you are afraid because an angry dog is coming and you have to run away because it's going to bite you. This is a reptilian afraid, okay? So the other things that you need to write is, my fear does not dictate my decisions. This is another mantra. My fear does not dictate my decisions. I'm not my fear. I'm not my failure. I'm not my bad day. Nothing is permanent. Nothing. There is a thing that I always tell to my clients. We need, and it's about NPL, neuro linguistic program. The brain understood the first things that we say. Okay, there is the neurofrontal part of the brain. There is the back. This is the immediately memory. This is the things that we remember. Okay, so the human being, did you know that the human being need only 10 times that listen a bad thing or good thing of, and the person is going to believe it? Example, if I repeat 10 times, or someone that is around to me or next to me tell me, you are not enough, this is not good, you can't do it, only 10 times, the brain take that word, okay, that sentences, and keep it hid in the frontal memory. 10 times. From the frontal memory, put here. And it's create an anclaje. I don't know how to say in English. Like a pad here. So whenever you're going to do something.
Pat on the head.
So whenever you say something, you don't going to remember the conversation that I have here, because this is the frontal memory. You're going to remember what's here in the unconsciousness. You don't want to do it. So the worst enemy of a person is you. You are your own enemy. You don't have enemies outside. No. You are your own enemy. If you believe that you're not going to do it, you're not going to do it. If you believe that you're going to do it, you're going to do it. But if the things are not going good, analyze, change the strategy, change the mindset, learn from the people that are doing good. You cannot take advice of business for a person that doesn't have a business. Come on. Be realistic. Don't take advice for a business for a person that doesn't have a business. That person doesn't have any idea. Take an advice for a person that have business. Even for a person that was unsuccessful 10 times, but was successful 20 times. That they are really good mentors, because they know what not to do. They really know. You don't know everything. Every day you learn something new. And now that I'm all the time studying with the AI, I'm impressed. I swear to God, I'm totally impressed about the AI. And let me tell you something. I have 15 years of experience on digital marketing. And I study a lot. And to create a strategy for me took me a good strategy. 1 day, 2 days, did I do it all the time? AI, ChatGPT, I want to do in a second. And we are like, what? Okay, good. That's the reason I'm just telling to the people that the digital marketing, the community manager, social media manager, next, that's finished. That's finished, my dear. ChatGPT, AI, okay. You write everything in ChatGPT. Good. And you can take a workshop, how to write, how to do the keywords, how to do the everything. But tell me, and that's why we are using the human. Okay, you have everything that you receive from ChatGPT. Now tell me, how you're gonna do? How? and it's about experience. It's about mindsets.
Ingrid, you have so much to say, but we just have about 10 minutes till we wrap up, and I wanted to get a couple of the questions in.
Yes, please. I just finished.
You are amazing. No, I mean, listen, Ingrid doesn't need a PowerPoint presentation. She doesn't need anything. She just speaks from the heart. This was really wonderful. I will tell you, we've been getting a lot of positive feedback in the chat. I've been hearing from a couple of people, they're not able to chat publicly, but they were able to message me.
Okay.
So that's great. A lot of positive feedback from you, or about you from the others here. Somebody was saying that, okay, I'm going back up through the messages from people saying, okay, it was disabled. It was disabled. Somebody was asking, they were saying, you know, I feel silly when I get up in the mirror and say, you know, Jenny, you're amazing. Jenny, you can do this. You know, sort of that positive self-talk, those positive affirmations. What do you say to somebody who feels silly speaking kindly to themselves?
There is a tool for NPL that we do. If you are in front of the mirror talking bad about yourself, or if you are sitting here like, oh, what I'm gonna do, change the perspective. This is exercise. How you change the perspective. Get up and go to another place and imagine that you are looking yourself. I'm gonna do an example. I'm here sitting. I'm not gonna do it. This is so hard. I cannot pass this exam to get the certification. An example. This is my inner conversation. I want to change that inner conversation, but I want to change the mindset. Okay, so I get up from the place, and I repeat the same question or the same affirmative question, and I look it and repeat it. You're not gonna feel the same. You're not gonna feel the same. So change the perspective, and after say how you're gonna do it.
Okay, I like that. I think that's you're right, because you probably wouldn't speak negatively to somebody else. So if you sort of take yourself out of the scenario,
Yes.
you wouldn't speak negatively to yourself in that situation.
Yes.
Such great feedback. I think that so much of what you said, I love that you brought the reality into it, right? Like thinking about sometimes we feel like, oh, poor me, my internet's down, you know, for this 30 minutes, or I didn't have power, like we lost power earlier in the week. I'm like, poor me. And you're thinking, Jenny, I didn't have internet for half the day in Venezuela. So I love that reminder about how you would come here and just have faith that it was going to work. Got a question in the chat asking, what advice do you have for a customer or a client who pays for your services and then is unhappy? They come back, they don't like the product they bought, they don't like the coaching you gave them, that sort of thing. How do you deal with that?
Ask, what can I do for you? What is the best? What can I do for you to feel you better? This is a coaching question.
Okay.
What can I do for you to feel you better?
Okay.
Or there is another thing, because you need to know what is the pain of the customer, because you have the solution. This is marketing and this is neuromarketing. What is your pain? Can I resolve your pain? That's all. Always ask. Even if you have a bad comment in social network, always answer. And after, send a DM. Hey, why do you don't like it? I can give you another free sample, whatever. Because if you let me tell you, if you do a good customer for that person that received a very bad impression, when you talk and you resolve, that person is gonna be your number one fan, and it's gonna say, hey, this is the best. I know, because this happens.
You saw my little one poking over there. I think that's great advice. And just to be authentic and real and open, and just to try to help them out when you can. Hold on 1 minute, baby girl. We're almost done. I do have one more follow-up question here.
I have my puppy too, don't worry.
So when we're thinking about this sort of getting into the right mindset for this, you are in so many different businesses. Was there ever a time where you were thinking, gosh, I have too many things, too many businesses going, I need to narrow it down?
Yeah, and it happens to me all the time. You need to always make a very ROI evaluation of what is the business that the time that you invest in is the money that you're receiving. Because sometimes women, I love this, but maybe it's not the right time. Okay, so get advice, analyze everything,
Yeah.
because I need to tell you this. Mind a business with, if you put the too much passion, emotion in the business, you're not gonna be successful.
Mm.
And what you say, what? Yes, you can have passions for your business, but if you put the emotions in the business with the people, you're gonna go crazy. Mind, no emotions. Believe
Got
me.
it. Yeah, that's interesting. You're such a passionate person, so it's interesting that you would say that, but I love the juxtaposition. You're using your smarts, you're using your intellect, and you're using all of that. So I love that. Um, Now, we have part two coming up next week. I can only imagine how good that's going to be. Part two from you. So I know you're going to be back hit with your, same time, same place. And I want to let our audience know too, coming in for part two, now that we've learned more about your story, you can come with some specific questions, or if there's anything that you didn't get to ask today, bring those questions and we will have some more conversation. Where can people get a hold of you or find you in the meantime if they want to do business with you or collaborate with you, that sort of thing?
Yes, you can follow me in Mujeres con Alas Hispanic Chamber. There is a new era for the chamber. So I saw that I could some members. So if you need to grow your business and you don't know how to, I'm here and I have a team that can help you. So Mujeres con Alas Hispanic Chamber, and you can look at me in Bellaini if you need kind of help. I know how to, and I'm not doing it alone. I have a team, and this is the most important. You cannot do it alone. You need a team. You need a good teamwork. So you can follow me, Mujeres con Alas, Hispanic Chamber, or Bayaini in all my social networks, and I'll be with you. And remember, please write, because in the next webinar, I want to listen your answer for the next two strategies.
Okay. Okay, that's perfect. So if you ignored that initial cue to write it down, you've got the week to write it down, get into it. And Ingrid, I want to leave you with a compliment today. A couple people wrote in saying that you were really relatable. They could really sink into everything that you said. Really nice job. I actually love that you didn't have a presentation because we were able to just hear you speak from the heart. So thank you so much for that.
Thank
And
you.
now I wanted to let everybody know, these sessions continue on Thursdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can always catch the replay on YouTube the following week. They come at the Wednesday before. So if you need to get a replay of this session before next Thursdays, it will be up at Sarah National's YouTube page. You just type it into YouTube and you'll be able to see it right there. And
Yes.
before we go, a quick reminder, there are so many different events that are coming up within the life and community of Sarah National. So first of all, next week we have part two. Then March 23rd, it's the 10-year celebration for Ser Mujer. All the information is on the Sarah website, which I will share shortly. Then mark your calendars for May 7th, virtual STEM Day, and then May 9th is the in-person conference in Arlington. So the website, sarah-national.org, it has all the information right there so that you can really get plugged in. There are so many free resources. There is a library of videos just like this one on different topics on the YouTube page. So I really encourage everybody to listen and be enriched by those. Okay, have a wonderful week, everybody, and we'll see you next time, same place.